People, don't take this advice. But me personally, I refuse to. And the first week, I must admit, shamefully, I had 2 Manchester United players on my team. But after using my wild card, which I was unfortunately forced to do, I decided that I was not going to have any Man U or any Tottenham people in my team.
Madness. I watch Liam Bailey in a region. Because you see, Liam Bailey come next week and I'll put in a stinker. Boy, I can't promise the same I got in my team for game week 3.
Welcome sports fans, welcome back to another episode. I'm your host Joe Man.
I'm Rush.
And this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting and riveting sports topics, discussions and debates on the internet.
Yes bro, but people them see what I go on, them see how switch it up a little for them.
Yeah,
change the ambience, you know, you see what I go on.
One with nature bro.
Yeah.
You get me as
Yeah,
people
fam.
see the greens in the background, you get me as you can slide in door to the side, you know, nothing serious.
Well boss, you know the thing though.
Serious.
Yeah. But before we get into the video people, make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe and stay tuned for all This or That Sports TV content. But today bro, we're
Bro,
going
it's gonna be a bad fall.
yeah, for sure. The next 6 months bro, I'm so excited.
The end of the summer, the autumn season, the winter, This or That Sports TV.
Can I give them a quick rundown bro?
come with something different.
Some things to look forward to. Give them some
Alright, so people, as you know, our unprecedented schoolboy football features.
Coming
That
back.
will be a prominent feature. We'll be coming back even bigger and stronger with those. You get me I say? We're gonna catch them while I'm in camp,
Yeah.
catch them in the pre-season, and by September come and Manning Cup start, we're gonna have a whole heap for real out. That's just one thing.
Reggae boys same way.
Reggae boys,
World Cup,
World Cup is coming up.
Premier League. Bro, too much content to cover. We'll be there covering it all. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification so that you know whenever we post.
Yeah.
But today, bro, you know, Premier League is back. Fantasy
Finally.
football is back. Now we have a fantasy league going on. Make sure that you join that, by the way.
People,
quick
that's
plug.
gonna be the best fantasy league in the country.
Yeah.
This or That Sports TV, FL. Every single week, the manager of the week will get to come on our weekly Fantasy Premier League show, people, and just speak about what's going through their head and just probably talk about football generally. You know, so this is a chance for you, our subscribers, to get a chance to come on and interact with us. So tell a friend to join that Fantasy Premier League, and every week, the manager of the week will be coming on to one of our live shows to interact with the people, and we are
I'm
dead
excited.
serious about
We're
it.
gonna cover the league, but we still talk about the league. Now we're gonna talk about the first week of the league, right? So we have a fantasy group of about 30 people so far.
It's growing.
I want to get it to over 100.
People join now before it's too late.
They,
Because you have some people, I'm not going to call them names, who already have 75 points. You get me? I said, who are doing very well. So people, get on the train now before it's too late.
all right, the code is on the screen right now. That is the code that you need to put in to join the league.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it, bro. The first week of fantasy. How was it for your team?
I'd say, a good start, to be honest. I'm somewhat new to the Fantasy Premier League. However, when you're great, you're just great. So with me being as great as I am, I managed to have a very, very good start to my fantasy league. How was yours?
I must say,
Not as good as mine.
hold on,
but
for you, I must say, for a newcomer, bro, your first week was awesome, fam. It was great. To get me, and I'm there. I see a bleach on the game. I see I take it very serious. Trust me, people, we're two both very competitive people. But this man I take fantasy to a different level. The man bleach on the game, but the man don't want to go in bed. But yeah, bro, I must say, you do well for your first week. I hope you can keep it up. Because guess what? If you're a top manager in the world, bro, Jamaica win. You get me? I say, you at the Premier League next year. So more you do well. For my team though, I think I got 74 points.
Yeah.
Top 10% for the week. You know the thing go? In the top 1,000 for Jamaica.
Yeah.
15,000 people playing at Jamaica. We can't ask more than that, but we're gonna get better. And hopefully we can keep this short the rest of the season. How did you line up though, and what were you looking for from your team?
All right, so when I started out, because initially people, I even though my first week was relatively good, I'm not satisfied because, as you know, greatness is not being content regardless of the outcome. So I did go ahead and make some changes, against the advice of the veterans. I used one of my wild cards for the next week, So, but how I lined up in the first week, I went with Mendy. I think Chelsea is going to be one of the best defensive teams. Not one of the top two teams, not Liverpool and Manchester City. However, I do think Chelsea might concede the third least goals this season. So I went ahead and I went with Mendy as my starting goalkeeper, which worked out good. Mendy kept a clean sheet. It worked out well. Chelsea did well. And then my backline, I went with Diaz and Van Dijk. I went with Saliba, who is going to be the steal of the season for defenders.
And fantasy players would know already. That's 3 centre backs. That's not great selection for your defenders.
I went with Ben White as well.
Yeah.
So it worked out because Diaz managed to keep a clean sheet.
That's a good first week for those teams.
Arsenal managed to keep a clean sheet. However, going forward, I decided that I was going to switch it up. I used the wild card to get a bit more wing backs in, to get more points in from the defensive positions. In the midfield, my biggest mistake I think I made was Christian Pulisic. I did see Pulisic as an impact player coming on and probably bagging goals for Chelsea throughout the season, but I quickly decided that I was not going to have any of that.
And again, people, because we're going to talk about the game, again, you need to know, you want players on the field that are going to play 60 plus minutes.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons. One, the longer you're on the field, the more you can impact the game.
Yeah.
If Pulisic plays 60 minutes, 70 minutes, 80 minutes, there's a higher chance that he'll score a goal or get an assist. If Pulisic comes on for 20 minutes, one, you're not going to get that 60-minute bonus point if a player plays 60 minutes or more. And it just lessens his chances of scoring or assisting a goal, affecting the game. Completed passes, chance creation. And then if him come on and then get a yellow card, a 0 points that. Let me say so. That wasn't a great selection.
Yeah, and he's for 6 million as well.
Yeah. So many players are there that you can get for 6 million, bro.
So what I did, I switched him out for Pereira. Yeah. The top link for Fulham. People might say this is a controversial one. However, he was such a pivotal part in them getting promotion. And I do think with Mitrovic in the head, Pereira will be having some good games and he'll be getting some stats.
You think
for 4.5 million?
No, for 4.5 million, if Pereira can average 4 points per week.
Yeah.
Because there will be weeks when him get 1 or 2 points or 3. And then there will be weeks when him get 7 and 8 and 9.
Because he'll score the odd goal and he will be getting assists.
Yeah, if him can affect a team in that way, that's one of the best 4.5s in the game as a midfielder.
And I also managed to squeeze in Kevin De Bruyne in my team. As well as Leon Bailey. That was the other person that I had starting, and I'm expecting a lot from Leon Bailey. He was for $5 million. I think a lot of Jamaicans would have put their faith in Leon Bailey because I've been going through the teams and you see a lot of Jamaicans with chipping.
It's not only Jamaicans, bro. If you check the selection percentage, Leon Bailey is highly selected around the fantasy Premier League.
The thing is, he's expected to play a lot under Steven Gerrard, and he's cheap. Yeah, relatively cheap. So we're still hoping for Leon Bailey, but I must say, not to be negative, Leon Bailey's on probation for me. Yeah, he's on probation for me.
He has one game, bro. It's one game.
It's all about winning. It's all about
no, but it's the first week, bro. You can't want to punish Leon Bailey yet, man. Give him 3 weeks now, and if him not perform, we say right now you have an eye out for Leon Bailey.
And I started the season up top with Gabriel Jesus and Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
I do believe Jesus is going to be a quality fantasy player. I do believe Jesus will get a lot of people, a lot of points in fantasy. But because I had the 2 centre backs, Diaz and Van Dijk, and I wanted to replace them, I thought I had to sacrifice something up top. And I went and I switched Jesus with Mitrovic. I do think Mitrovic will be good.
You can't give them all their sauce, bro. Because remember, some people who are competing with I decided that league watch this video right now, So them, I'm on right, you're the third, I'm on the fourth right now, Bridging. You must say, alright, you must take out Jesus. Watch me on him. Jesus score a hat-trick next week. You get me? I say, don't give them your sauce, bro. Just tell them what you think about. You see, Pre? So my team now, I started with Alisson and Ward as my 2 goalkeepers. I feel like Ward will be one of the steals.
Yeah, 4 million, and he will be playing every game. Yeah. He will be playing 90 minutes every game. And Leicester will have clean sheets.
Yeah, Leicester will
Let's just face it, Leicester will have clean sheets.
Respectable. So it's a good selection. I don't expect him to feature much in my team because Alisson is just going to play all of the games for Liverpool.
Don't tell them your strategy.
I'm not telling them the strategy, but that tell them out. Defenders I went with was Saliba for Arsenal, clean sheet there. Good performance, man of the match performance.
Saliba is going to have so many man of the matches.
Yeah, and I feel like underrated. I feel like
he's going to end at 5.5 million.
That's a safe bet. I think he's probably up already. My other defenders, Kyle Walker, wing back for Man City. He's going to be in a lot of the attacks. City play with high wing backs instead of Cancelo. I think I want to go with Kyle Walker. It's a safe bet.
And he's cheaper than Kyle Walker.
And he's cheaper. I think he's 5.
Yeah.
He's cheaper than Cancelo.
Yeah.
For my Liverpool defender, because you have to have a Liverpool defender, and everybody have to have Trent. Trent have to finish with, in the assist chart, Trent is going to be in the top 3. So you have to have Trent in your
Yeah.
team. Alright, from my midfield now, I went to
Oh,
Liam
yes,
Bailey.
don't forget this. So people, that's one of the reasons why I sacrificed a high cost in forward to replace Van Dijk with Trent. You know, I
Yeah.
just did
You have to have Trent, man. If you don't have Trent, you don't really play the game properly.
Yeah.
Alright, from my midfield now, Liam Bailey is my first midfielder. Liam Bailey I expect Liam Bailey to be a steal, bro, at 5.
Yeah.
You know, at 5, if you can score 10 goals, man, or 12 goals and get some assists,
Bro.
then my God, you'll be ripping up the fantasy
Man.
Premier League. So, but, I watch Liam Bailey in the region. Because you see, if Liam Bailey come next week, and I'll put in a stinker, boy, I can't promise to say I'm in my team for
Tell you
game
he's
week
on
3.
probation, bro.
I hear
He's
you.
on probation.
I also have Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle.
Yeah.
5 again.
Yeah.
Think he's a $5 million player, a $6 million player. Budget player, differential, can give me some odd points.
And that's the thing with these quote-unquote mid to lower table teams. The cheaper players, like, as I said with Pereira and used Guimaraes, he will play 90 minutes every single game. He's as compared to Bernardo Silva, who is an expensive player.
Better than Guimaraes.
By far.
Yeah.
Who is not guaranteed to play very many games.
Yeah,
So think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have to play the game in that way. You have to have that perspective when you're playing the game. So I'm in my midfield. Mohamed Salah, again, one of the players, he's a fantasy king, bro.
Yeah.
Mohamed Salah finishes
Salah is also in my
at the top of the Premier League, the fantasy Premier League every single year with the
Salah
most
runs
points.
out my
So
midfield.
Salah is a man, was my captain, scored. Yeah. Standard Salah performance. You never get that most weeks in the Premier League. So I'm not talk too much about Salah.
Yeah.
Then my steal for this week was Kulusevski, bro.
Yeah, you really
I
hit the
found it
jackpot on
with
that one.
Kulusevski. Because Kane Blanc.
When,
So,
when I saw him score the goal, he scored the last goal for Tottenham.
Yeah,
and I was like, Rush, find it.
yeah. That was a good selection. I'm gonna keep him. Tottenham have a good run of
Because
games.
one thing that failed there was Alisson.
Yeah. I needed that clean sheet.
Against Fulham,
I
we're
planned.
expecting 6 or 7 points from Alisson.
I planned that clean sheet.
Yeah, right?
I literally called that clean sheet. Alright, I can finish with 80 points
Yeah.
at this point because Alisson not give him a clean sheet. Trent not give him a clean sheet. But yeah, these things happen.
Yeah.
I'm still managing to finish with 74.
Because you got it from Cooler.
To run up my midfield though, the one thing I missed then was Riyad Mahrez. Starting most of the preseason games for Man City. In the Community Shield he wasn't great, so I guess Pep just bench him and start Foden and Grealish. No, me have a headache. Me have a selection headache
But that's
now.
the thing with Manchester City.
It's hard, bro. Manchester City attackers outside of Haaland and De Bruyne, it's hard to select.
And that's why I opted for 3 Manchester City players. Joao Cancelo, Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland.
Yeah, the sure ones.
Yeah, those are the only 3
Yeah, me
players.
have a selection. And you know what the next thing too? All of the Man City guys that are rotating are around the same price.
Yeah.
Most of them, Grealish,
And they're
Mahrez
still
and
over 8. They're still expensive.
yeah, but they're 8 and above.
Yeah.
8.5. So it's kind of, I don't know which one. Me have a selection idea. I not bit my team yet. So I still I think about it.
Could we see you using a wild card?
No, that's impossible. To see me use my wildcat in the first week of the game, that is impossible, people.
No chips yet?
No chips, bro. Bro, I'm in the top 10%. I don't need
that's
to use
very
any chips.
common. You know, I've seen Haaland being triple captained,
Yeah.
Salah being triple captained, and I've even seen one person, Zinchenko,
Yeah.
triple captained.
Alex, me see yes, who's get triple captain.
Yeah,
Bro, I can't use my chip yet.
we see
Bro.
the triple captain being used so soon.
Alright, me run out my team and they will talk about the chips.
Mm-hmm.
Haaland and Jesus up top.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a good start. That's a good forward line throughout the whole of the season.
sure.
But you're talking about the chips. Bro, there will be a business end. You see like how you have a business end of the Premier League season?
Yep.
There will be a business end of this fantasy Premier League, you know, bro. When the man who at the top, a leader by 5 points, and you have a triple captain and him use him triple captain already and you can use yours
He's
now.
in trouble.
So you don't want to use it all, I'm chip them, bro.
Yeah.
Going if it tight going into the back end of the season.
You want to have
I want that advantage.
All the turbo to use.
Yeah, fam. Alright, so some steals of the week. Who you feel like nobody really had in their
Zinchenko?
team?
Who I went and got at a higher price.
Yeah, tell them sauce again in the dog.
Whereas in the magazine,
That's how we are reason, bro.
yeah. So he was a steal.
Yeah.
I saw some people triple captain him and ended up finishing with over
Which is
100
crazy,
points.
bro.
Why would you triple captain
makes sense.
Zinchenko, but it worked out for them?
Yeah, it did.
You know, and he is so outstanding. You know, it might be a bit scary when both Tommy Asu and Kieran Tierney is back in the team. Like that's going to give me a headache problem at this point, right?
Yeah.
He was one steal, Mitrovic.
Mitrovic is the
Coming
next
from
thing.
the championship. We'd have spoken about him in our Premier League video. Like, we were a bit doubtful of him. But why were we doubtful of him?
Yeah, I said it in the Premier League video and I say, yo, 45 goals in the Premier League. Come and give me 15, Bridget.
Yeah.
Come and give me 12. I feel like if you score 40, a record-breaking season in the Premier in the Championship, you're supposed to come and score double-digit goals in the league. I'm not asking you to go 45. you're nobody.
But
because
I
nobody's
think
going to achieve that.
based on what he did against Liverpool, and based on who we know he is, and based on what he did,
I can see 10 to 15.
I can see more than that.
So a fool of in the dog.
Yeah, well,
I feel like they just had a promotion bounce. You know, when they just come up, you have a first game
Mitrovic
against one of
did
the big
exactly
teams.
what he did.
True. I had very good game from Mitrovic.
Put away
He
a
is
good
standout.
penalty, and he will get his head on balls. And as I said, Pereira will be getting them over there. Reed will be getting them over there. Deckard over Reed, you know. So there are players who will be looking to provide for this huge forward up top.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll be doing it against Van Dijk and Diaz and guys like that.
They already did it against Van Dijk.
As in very often.
Yeah.
Guys have that very often. But can we see him doing it against Thiago Silva?
Yeah.
Right? Can we see him doing it against players from Crystal Palace, Wolves, Brighton?
Yeah. I'd make that bet. I'm not sure where I'm going to go for Mitrovic. Maybe make a substitution and go with 3 forward and sell Mahrez and go with a cheaper midfield. I don't know yet. They get myself forget one of those players. But another steal, Dewsbury Hall had a really good first week. Not a player I'd go for Bayern yet, but not to be mentioned. Which other teams had a good week? Chelsea won their game, but I feel like nobody's going for Chelsea players because that game was so poor.
Yeah.
So even though they kept
I got through with the Mendy situation. I think
it worked out.
I think I might end up rocking with Mendy because the extra 5.5 for the Alisson might be a bit higher than I can reach right now. I think I might be rocking with Mendy, and I do think Chelsea will have a few clean sheets.
Alright.
Because I was high on Koulibaly and.
Alright. Here we go on, bro. I'm always the one begging the people for everything. More you beg them for join the Premier League, join the Fantasy Premier League this time. Tell them what I want. Tell them what it is.
So as I said, people, you know, a Fantasy Premier League where there will be surprises at the end of it, but it's just so fun. It's just so interactive. Like we get to interact with our subscribers because there's something that we will be interacting, bro. And I wanted to clip this and put this at the front end of the video, as well as you can leave it in right here at this point. You know, who cares if it's repeated? Every single week, the manager of the week will get to come on our weekly Fantasy Premier League show, people, and just speak about what's going through their head and just probably talk about football generally. You know, so this is a chance for you, our subscribers, to get a chance to come on and interact with us. So tell a friend to join that Fantasy Premier League, and every week the manager of the week will be coming on to one of our live shows to interact with the people, and we are dead serious about it.
I'm excited for that one, bro. Of course. To talk to some of the managers and see their thought process. Because something you don't realize, you playing the game by yourself, you don't want to talk to people too much because you don't want somebody where you compete with, you don't want to give them an insight for your team. But then when you talk to them after the week, and you say, why me never think about that? Why me never have Zinchenko? Of course Zinchenko will start. Of course Zinchenko will play high.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man, so yeah, people.
So people, the manager of the week, every week we'll be getting a chance to come on our weekly fantasy show. Russia, I think this fantasy show is going to be very, very fun.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's going to be a big hit initially, but if we keep consistent, which we will, people, I think it will grow.
Yeah.
And we'll get a lot of people playing fantasy in Jamaica, even more. 15,000 people play. So why don't all 15,000 people come here and watch this show?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So share it, people. And the one thing that I have to share is my bit of bad advice before we go. People, don't take this advice. But me personally, I refuse to. And the first week, I must admit, shamefully, I had 2 Manchester United players on my team. But after using my wild card, which I was unfortunately forced to do, I decided that I was not going to have any Man U or any Tottenham people in my team.
Madness.
Because there's no way I can be cheering for a Tottenham
absolute madness,
player.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you have to know if you keep it.
Arsenal for life.
No, Arsenal fan first.
You
can benefit off a Tottenham and beat up a Southampton, bro.
Sessignon so badly. I think he's going to be a fantasy. I think he's going to be good for this year's fantasy. But I'm not doing it. People, I was this close to kicking him.
I can't make that claim, bro. I'm not going to say that because I promise you, when Hurricane start tear up the league or Sun start tear, I'm already have Kulusevski, so I even need to make a point. I will be using I will be benefiting off my rivals.
Joe Mar from this or that Sports TV and hold me to it, people. I will not be using any money.
Too much emotions, people. Too much emotions that probably will cost him. Let's see. But we can run it up, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, people. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe to this or that Sports TV. You know, this is a good one. No cuts, no.
Yeah.
But look what we them show here now. I will not have to edit out.
No, bro. As love it, we just do this.
Yeah, so, support the channel.
Share our fantasy league and share the videos about our fantasy league.
Yeah,
people,
the code.
This is going to be really fun, just talking about fantasy, and it's a way for all of us to interact, people. So just make it big now, just share it.
Look on the screen. There's a code on the screen. In the live chat, there will be the link. In the description, there will be the link. In the comment section, there will be the link.
Yep.
Link with Instagram page, there will be the link.
Yep.
The link there everywhere, people. Twitter, everywhere. Facebook.
Join the fantasy.
Join the fantasy
and try and come play. And who knows? In May, June, them times, bro, the winner, the top manager might be getting.
There will be a treat. So.
But unfortunately, I'm going to be the top manager. So.
Let's get the people the mats now, bro.
People, if each one of you guys can get our channel 5 subscribers, do you know how many subscribers that will get us by the end of the day?
Yeah.
But with that said, until next week, this was our This or That Sports TV Fantasy Premier League show.
Yeah.
Number 1.
And we're out.